Hello everyone, welcome to SFDC Learn and Share YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to executing the anonymous Apex statement in Visual Studio Code. Usually, we can execute that anonymous Apex from developer console. Let me go to my developer account. Let's open the developer console. From the developer console, let me close all the windows. From the developer console, under the debug, open execute anonymous window or use the key shortcut Control E. From here, basically we can execute the Apex class statement. So here I have the debug log, system.debug, welcome to SFDC Learn and Share. Let's try to execute using the execute button. Here I click that open log. So while execute, it's automatically open the log in the new window. From here, we can see the logs. Let's try to filter and type user underscore debug. So I'm getting that results as per the execute anonymous window. From even, we can call any of the upper class and we can check the results as well, or even we can execute the scheduler class. For instance, if you are creating any schedule class, basically we can schedule the upper class from UI directly from the upper class details. From the setup of the Salesforce, we can schedule the class, or even we can schedule the class from the developer console using that system.schedule, right? Let's try to execute one of the, let me show you one of the example here. Let me try to open one of the Apex class, which I have already called account controller. From the account controller, I have the method called get account list. If we like to get the results, let's try to assign the variable. And then we'll call the account controller dot method name called get account list. Let's try to add the debug clock statement to print the list account. Let's try to click that execute. The command's executed and it's opened the new window. Let's try to filter the debug log. If you notice here, the list accounts gets printed. So this is the way we can execute that Apex class as well for the debugging purpose. So similar functionality we can perform from Visual Studio Code as well. Let me show you. From my Visual Studio Code, I connected my Salesforce account. Once I connected, once authorized, under the force of basically all the metadata components available like Apex class, Aura component, Lightning Web component. Similar way, if you see here, the folder called scripts, drill down the scripts, you can find the Apex, the folder. If you click that Apex, you will get the default file name called hello.apex. From here, basically, we can execute the anonymous Apex from the Visual Studio Code. Here already have some default system.debug. Let's try to execute from the Visual Studio Code. For that, go to the command palette and simply type execute. Then select the SFDX execute anonymous Apex with edited contents. It's executing. It's executed successfully. Let's try to check from the terminal. I'm opening from the terminal. The results appear in the output panel. If you see here, we get that debug log statement. If you noticed here, the system.debug, it's printed the variable assignment. See the user underscore debug. We get the results, my name, whatever we are assigned in the temp variable. Let's try to copy and paste it the same thing from Visual Studio Code, and if we want to execute only these three statements from Visual Studio Code, yes, that is doable. Selected these three lines and go to the command palette and simply type execute. If you noticed, we will get that sfdx colon execute anonymous apex with currently selected text. So that means whatever we line selected, that particular lines get executed from the anonymous apex, and we will get that result from the Visual Studio Code output panel. So the command executed, and if you noticed, we will get the results. List account, list of size 10 too large to display. See here, user underscore debug. We got the results of the ID and the name of the account results directly from the account controller from the get account list method. Let me show you one of the, I have the one of the Apex class. Let me open the Apex class called conduct update from scheduler class. So basically this is the scheduler class. We retrieved all the contacts, and we are trying to update from the description field with the command, with appending the first name and last name using this scheduler class. This particular class, if for instance, if you want to execute every hours after 6 minutes to update contact records, so we can schedule the class. Let me show you. This is the way we can schedule from the developer console as well as from Visual Studio Code also. So basically this is the scheduler class name, and string we added the time frame, seconds, minutes, hour, day. From this instance, it's executed every hours after 6 minutes. So that means if we have the time frame like 8:06, 9:06, 10:06, that means every hours after 6 minutes the scheduler class to execute and update the contacts. So that is a logic we implemented from this contact update from scheduler class. Let's try to execute this statement from Visual Studio Code. Before I am executing, let me show you where we can monitor for the scheduler class. From the setup, type jobs, go to the scheduled jobs. If you noticed, currently there is no records. Let's try to execute. Again, go to the command palette and select Apex with currently selected text. It's executing, it's executed successfully. Let's check that the log, it's executed, it's finished, execute anonymous apex, and even we can get to know all the information, whatever we are getting from the developer console, similar to the logs we are received from Visual Studio Code also. So the scheduler jobs executed. Let's see from the scheduler job section. See, we got the one entry. So that means the contact update. So it's nothing but we specify the name and submitted by submitted date. So as I mentioned, this scheduler class will execute every hours, the 6 minutes. So it's executed 12 o'clock, 6 a.m. Once executed, the next scheduler jobs will be 1:06 a.m. So that is the way the logic we executed. So from here, under the script Apex, we can create n number of files. Let's try to create one more file, demo.apex. So we can add that statement here also. We can save from local whenever we want. We can execute the anonymous apex class statement from developer same way from Visual Studio Code as well. That's all about these videos. to executing anonymous objects from the Visual Studio Code. I hope this video is helpful. If so, please don't forget to like and share and subscribe my SFDC Learn and Share YouTube channel. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks again.